Hi, and welcome to Cat Scratch Kitchen. Today we're diving into a world of deliciousness with a special recipe. If you're a fan of garlic bread, veggies, or just love adding a burst of flavor to your dishes, you're in for a treat. We're making a copycat version of Johnny's garlic spread and seasoning. For those who don't know, Johnny's is a popular brand known for its flavorful seasonings and spices. Their garlic spread and seasoning is a fan favorite and perfect for adding a delicious garlic flavor to bread, pasta, veggies, and more. It's super easy to make, and our copycat tastes just like the real thing, if not better. Plus, it's way less expensive. So grab your apron and let's get started. Okay, we need a bowl, or if you want to store it in a wide mouth jar, you can do it in a jar itself. My jar that I'm going to store it in is really kind of narrow, so I'm going to do it in a bowl and then transfer it over. First thing we need is powdered Parmesan cheese. Now this is the kind like you get in the green can. You can make up multiple batches of this, just need to be aware of expiration. Now the powdered Parmesan will last about a year shelf life. If you put it in the refrigerator, you can just about double that. So I'm going to be storing mine in the fridge, but I'm still only going to make one batch. This is about a cup of powdered Parmesan. Then I need 4 teaspoons of salt, and I need 6 tablespoons of garlic powder. You got to remember, this is a garlic spread, so it's heavy on the garlic. Need 4 teaspoons of oregano, 4 teaspoons of basil, 4 teaspoons of marjoram. This is the one ingredient that if you leave it out, it'll make a difference and won't taste just like Johnny's. And lastly, 4 teaspoons of parsley, dried parsley. Now if you've got it in your jar, a wide mouth jar, at this point you're going to close up your jar and shake it really good to mix everything together. If you're doing it in a bowl like me, it's easiest to just take a whisk and start mixing it up. Be sure to break up any little clumps of Parmesan that might have formed in your jar. And that is some good stuff. Perfect seasoning where you want something where it gives it a garlic kick. Okay, instead of this jar that I was going to use, I'm afraid it's not going to quite fit in that, so I'm going to use this one instead. Plus, I want to make sure that I have one that has a shaker top. So now I'm just going to transfer this into the jar. I'm going to use my canning funnel so that I don't get it everywhere. Now we're all set. Sprinkle it on pizza, sprinkle it in tomato sauce when you're making your spaghetti sauce. Butter your bread and sprinkle some on top, or you can mix it with some butter like I'm going to show you, and then broil it under the broiler, or you can wrap it in foil and cook it that way if you don't want it crusty on top. To mix up the spread for a whole loaf of Italian or French bread, I have half a cup of softened butter, and I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of our seasoning mix. And I'm just going to mash this all together. My butter could be a little bit softer, but it's kind of cool in here, so. Okay, I've got a nice big loaf that I've cut in half. I've got it on a foil-lined baking tray, and I've got our spread seasoning that's been mixed with butter. It's nice and soft, and I'm going to spread it all over our bread. Now, if you want to, you can spread it on, put it back together and wrap it in foil and heat it that way, or you can do like I'm going to do and put it under the broiler so it gets nice and crispy and brown. So now we'll put it under the broiler for just a couple of minutes, and I'll show you what it looks when it's finished. Okay, here's our garlic bread, toasted, hot, crispy, smells delicious, and you're gonna love it with any meal you make. And there you have it, folks, your very own homemade Johnny's garlic spread and seasoning. It's cheesy, garlicky deliciousness. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did, and if you try it out, let me know in the comments how it turned out and how you use it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our tasty recipes. As always, the recipe is just below the like button, as well as a link so that you can print it out. And until next time, have fun in the kitchen.